everyone, it's Holly K, and today I'm gonna bake. I am going to bake banana bread. It is apparently the baked good of the quarantine, and I just happen to have two really well-ripe bananas, and this banana bread has a twist, and that twist is it's sourdough banana bread. So I went into my fermentation station and pulled out Penny, my sourdough starter. She smells really good. I fed her last night. Yes, she's alive. Do I have to contact Brad to make sure that fermentation station isn't like trademarked by Bon.appetit? I don't know. Somebody call him for me. Let me know if I can use that term. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna use a sourdough banana bread recipe from the Cultures of Health. And this is actually a really easy recipe. All you're gonna need is a sourdough starter. If you don't have a sourdough starter, it's pretty easy to make. It's flour and water. You just mix flour and water together for several days in a row, and then you have a sourdough starter. And you can find a really great sourdough starter recipe on atthekitchen.com. I have 3 small loaf pans. I have been doing this thing during the quarantine where I will bake for my neighbors. We talked about how we can't make a bunch of big cakes because 2 people are not gonna eat a bunch of big cakes. But then I found out that I could still make big cake because my neighbors will eat cake, which is awesome. So I'm doing 3 little loaf pans so that I can give 1 to my neighbors and have 1 to freeze and eat 1 tomorrow. We're gonna butter and flour these bad boys. I'm going to, first of all, tell you all the things that you're gonna need. You're gonna need either a 5 by 9 loaf pan, or you can use 3 7 by 2 3/4-ish little ones. I have eggs. I have 2 sticks of soft butter, baking soda, salt, vanilla extract, flour, sugar, and I'm gonna add chocolate chips because I just think that all banana bread should have some kind of chocolate in it. Bananas, here are my overly ripe bananas that I'm going to mush. So let me get my sugar, I actually forgot to get it. Being short in a kitchen requires ladders. Banana bread is great because it's like muffins, which is just an excuse to eat cake for breakfast. I guess banana bread is a little more bready. 1/2 cup of butter, 2 sticks of butter. I'm sorry. 1/2 cup of butter is going to be 1 stick. 1/2 cup of butter is 1 stick of butter. I'm glad I didn't mess that up. That would have been really bad. So I put this very soft stick of butter right into the mixer, and then I'm going to cream that with a cup of sugar. And then we're going to cream that together. We talked about creaming sugar and butter together before. You're just gonna cream it until it gets to a really light yellow color and it's very consistently wet, like, you know, mushy. It's not going to be powdery anymore. It'll have a creamier consistency. Okay, I'm gonna scrape down this butter sugar, give it another mix. Ooh, that looks good. Camera work. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's nice and fluffy. It's super light yellow. You can see how mixed up it is. Perfect. Patrick, you're gonna edit all that in post, I assume. Okay. Once you get the sugar and the buttercream together really good, then you're gonna wanna add an egg. With the amount of manhandling of that butter that I just did, I think it's important to tell you that I, of course, washed my hands. I've seen humanity in action, and I know that before this, there was always soap at the grocery store. Now there's no soap. Now we're all washing our hands. about just flouring these. And I always just like give these pans a little dusting. The best way to dust them is just sort of tap the flour around. I know I'm making a mess. Okay, I have 3 buttered and floured pans. I'm going to mix up the dry ingredients. Now I'm gonna mash up these bananas. These bananas are super duper ripe. The riper the banana, the sweeter the banana. They look gross, but they will be amazing. The ingredients are really easy to come by. You can get bananas just about any time of year, and they're always super duper inexpensive. And I mean, let's face it, everybody who buys at least one bunch of bananas is gonna have at least 2 if they didn't get to in time. That's just how bananas are. Add them into the liquid ingredients bowl. I love bananas, I love the way they smell, I love the way they taste, I love the texture. There's just like nothing about a banana that I do not love. And I know that not everybody feels that way. And that's okay, you don't have to love bananas. Now I'm gonna use a cup of the starter. I fed it last night, so it's nice and active. Oh yeah, ooh yeah, that looks nice. I'm gonna put a whole cup of sourdough starter into this mix. Yeah. I think I use like 1,000 spoons when I bake. Hurricane Holly. I'm gonna give this a scrape down. Sort of like pre-battery, almost batter. Flour, salt, and baking soda. Flour. 2 cups of flour, unbleached on purpose, because that is what I have. 1 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Here's the mason jar making a reappearance. Mix this up. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Add the flour mixture to the banana mixture and mix until just combine and do not overmix. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the wet ingredients off of the mixer because I don't really need the mixer anymore. It's great for creaming together all the ingredients, the wet ingredients. We don't wanna risk over mixing, so we're just gonna kind of fold everything in together by hand. So I'm gonna take this bowl off of the mixer. I'm gonna figure it out. This is how disasters happen in my kitchen. I'm gonna put a little bit in to start. And I'm just gonna fold that in with the wet ingredients just to get it, you know, wet. I'm gonna add in my chocolate chips right before the last third of the dry ingredients. So I'm just gonna put in, probably use half of this jar. So I don't know if you can hear my baby making noise in the background, but he's 4.5 months old and he's obsessed with food. And every time I sit down to eat something, if he is not also eating something, he throws a fit. And I know that sounds, he doesn't even like, he eats formula. Like that is his main diet, right? But we've just started giving him like a little bit of oatmeal cereal or a little bit of pureed carrot, whatever the pediatrician says is okay. And so he's still not sure how he feels about the carrots. Jury's still out, loves the oatmeal cereal. And that's all he's ever tried. That and just being jealous of all the carby things that I'm eating. It's 7 p.m. here in New York City. And every day at 7 p.m. We clap for our medical professionals who are out there doing the Lord's work, making sure that people stay healthy. We just like to celebrate all the people who are going in on the front line and risking their life to save the lives of the people who are infected with this awful virus. And I mean, I really am grateful because it's just I can't imagine being a doctor or a nurse in this time and going to a hospital every day and being the only one there for somebody whose family can't be there, right? They're saints. Okay, so don't want to risk over mixing this. I'm going to show you the consistency I have it at. It's kind of a shaggy dough. See? Yum. I'm going to fold it over one more time just to make sure that I've got all the chocolate chips sort of spread throughout. Great. And now I'm gonna put these into the pans. Oh, I just realized that I didn't preheat the oven. 350. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. Is that what they say? Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. Has anybody else lost all ability to speak words? It's disconcerting considering the amount of reading that I've been doing, how I can't speak anymore. So I have it prepared. Now I have to wait for the oven to preheat because I forgot. Okay, the oven's preheated. I'm gonna pop these in and they're gonna bake for about an hour. See you in an hour. It's been an hour, so I'm gonna take them out of the oven. Done. I'm gonna test them for doneness using this bamboo skewer. And I didn't say this last time, but you stick it into the center of the cake and pull it out. And if there's nothing on the skewer, then it's done. 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 Okay, now I'm gonna let these cool. This one's gonna go to my neighbors. That one looks the best. And then I'm going to eat one of these. Well, I'm gonna eat both of them, but I'm gonna eat one of them as soon as they're cool. So, hungry for banana bread. I turned them out of the pans and put them on this cooling rack where they'll cool for the next hour or so. And then I'm gonna eat one. So it's the next day, and last night I managed to eat an entire loaf of banana bread. So I'm going to taste the third loaf that was going to go in the freezer, but is now not going to go in the freezer, but I'll probably eat tonight. So I'm just gonna cut into it here. So like I said, small pieces of banana bread. I have some butter, because why not? That was good. Chocolate chips really make it for me. I want to dip this in my coffee every day. It has just a little bit of tang from the sourdough starter. Just a little bit. So good. The official baked good of COVID-19 banana bread. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit this subscribe button. Is it over here? Is it over here?
I don't know.
I don't know. Hit the subscribe button, watch all my videos, and if you have any baking requests, let's hear them. Put them in the comments below.